Imagine you're in a room with a group of people. You're shown a picture of 3 lines and asked to say which one is the same length as the other one. The answer is obvious, but everyone else in the room says the wrong answer. What would you do? Would you stick to your own judgment, or would you follow the crowd? This is the question that one psychologist wanted to answer in his famous experiments on conformity. In this video, we'll discuss what the experiments were all about, what was found, and why you might be more likely to choose a wrong answer among a group of people, even when you know it's incorrect. Conformity is when you do or say something because other people are doing or saying it. A famous psychologist named Solomon Asch wanted to study how people conform when they're not sure what's right or wrong. He did a series of experiments in the 1950s that are now referred to as the Asch conformity experiments. These were replicated decades later, which we'll also discuss afterwards. In his experiments, he asked people to look at some lines and say which one was the same length as another one. This was a very easy task, and the answer was obvious. But there was a twist. The people who did the task were not alone. They were in a group with other people who were not real participants. Rather, they were Confederates who pretended to be real participants and agreed to say the wrong answer on purpose. Asch wanted to see what the real participant would do when faced with a group of participants who purposely said the wrong answer. Would the participant go against the group and say the correct answer, or would they conform to the wrong answer of the group? He did this experiment numerous times, with different people and different groups. He found that about 1/3 of the people conformed to the wrong answer of the group. That means that they ignored what they saw and followed what the group said. He also found that about 3/4 of the individuals conformed at least once, and only 1/4 of the people never conformed. But why did people conform at all? Some people said they didn't want to look different or silly in front of the group. They wanted to be liked and accepted by them. Other people questioned their own judgment, believing that the group must have been right and they were wrong. That is, they trusted the group more than themselves. Overall, people were more likely to conform when the group was larger. The more people in the group, the more pressure there is to conform. The group was unanimous. If everyone in the group said the same thing, it was harder to disagree and be the outlier. The task was harder. If the lines were more similar in length, it was easier to doubt oneself. The person was less confident. If the person had low self-esteem or was unsure of the answer, it was easier to follow the group. But does the same thing occur with people in other parts of the world? A meta-analysis from 1996 examined 133 studies from 17 different countries to investigate whether the level of conformity has changed over time and whether it's related cross-culturally to individualism versus collectivism. The examination of US studies suggested that conformity has declined overall since the 1950s, the time when Asch's study was initially conducted. However, collectivist countries tend to show higher levels of conformity than individualist countries, as more importance is placed on group cohesion rather than individual preferences. A more recent study from 2023, however, replicated the original Asch experiment with 5 Confederates and 1 naive subject in each group. They found that 33% of subjects gave the incorrect answer for the standard length of line experiment, replicating the original findings by Asch. When people conform, they want to fit in with the group, so they follow what others do or think. Sometimes conformity can be good. For example, if you see other people being kind and respectful, such as holding the door open for someone, you might act the same way. This can make you and others feel happy. But sometimes conformity can be bad. If your group of friends are drinking excessive amounts of alcohol at a party, for instance, you might feel like you should drink too, even if you don't want to. Or if you see others bullying someone, you might join in with them. This can be hurtful to that person and make you feel ashamed. So when you feel the pressure to conform, be yourself. Everyone else is already taken. Make sure you ignore this video here. You definitely won't want to know what this one's about. See you next time.